Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my September favorites. So I'm going to be sharing with you my beauty and then lifestyle favorites. I have a few makeup products. I feel like I don't have as many as usual because one, my microphone decided to be a biatch this month and just not be on the right setting when I was filming for 2 days straight. And I'm also planning on doing a fall must-have, so I didn't want to repeat makeup and then like fashion products in there too. So yeah, let's go through my favorites because I still have quite a few. The first one is from Makeup Forever. This is their newest foundation. This is the Matte Velvet Skin Full Coverage Foundation. And I actually had filmed a half-half video, which I will be refilming because this is so good. I have issues trying to find my perfect shade in the Makeup Forever range, no matter what the foundation, which is weird because they usually have like 40 different shades in the range, or like crazy large, which is great. But for some reason, even if they have like R and like Y and stuff, I think it's because of the lighting at Sephora. I feel like it's so yellow and I like swatching on my hands. I'm like, that looks close enough. And then I come home and I'm like, nope. But the best match I found for me was this one, which is R260. And I swatched it beforehand so you could see it once it's oxidized because it does become a little bit darker. Actually, let me put a fresh swatch next to it so you can see the difference. I don't know if it does that with every single shade, but I'm assuming it would. And as you can see, it's darker and more peachy. And I feel like it's a bit too peachy for what I usually like. I feel like it could be a bit more like neutral for a perfect match for me, basically. But it's still close enough. I absolutely love this. I have combination but dehydrated skin. My cheeks are normal, but then my T-zone gets oily, but I also get dry patches, especially on my nose. And it's a hard balance to find something that will help me control the oil, but at the same time won't dehydrate my skin and create more dry patches. And I feel like this is great, maybe not for a daily basis if you have said dry patches, but if you have any oil in your skin, you need this in your life. It didn't seem to make my skin drier, but it really helped control the oil and it looks flawless on your skin. Definitely full coverage, but not like a cakey full coverage. I feel like sometimes full coverage becomes too much and my skin is just dying underneath. I haven't had that feeling with this one. And it just like blurs your pores. It like, obviously we all have pores unless you're like face tuning your face like crazy. But like even from up close when I would zoom in, which again, I'll redo that video, my pores on this side were just like smooth, like amazing. Like I have like a filter in real life when I'm wearing this. Absolutely love it. So again, I would probably recommend it more if you have normal to oily skin, but if you don't have any dry patches, just dry skin in general, just a thicker moisturizer or maybe a little bit of oil beforehand, and it's gonna work beautifully on you too. Again, love this so much. It's been like a great foundation for going out or event or even filming, so love, highly recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. And the whole video I'm showing you the wrong side, but yes, recommend the newest Makeup Forever foundation. It's really great. The next product is not a new product, but it's a new product in my collection. I don't understand why it took me so long to try it because this is so good and everyone that was raving about it was right. This is the Balm Schwing Black Liquid Eyeliner, and I haven't tested this until this month because when I look at this, it looks like one of those, you know, brush, and I thought it was a flimsy ending to the brush, and I can't make those work. Like I will use them maybe on top of a different one just to make it super black, like the NYC one. I really like that one for that. But when you actually see the tip, it's not a flimsy little brush. It's actually almost like a felt tip and it works super well. Actually, it reminds me a lot of the Milani matte eyeliners. I love the Safari matte with like a dark forest green color, which again, it's super great for fall. We're approaching, and actually technically we are fall. And it's so close to that. And it just gives you such a dark black. Actually, I'm wearing it. I'm so impressed with the formula because it's like almost moussey once it's dried. I feel like it's definitely like normal liquid eyeliner when you're swatching it. But it's the way that it dries, one, super quickly. Second of all, it's almost like, again, a moussey, thick finish once it's dried and super matte. I feel like sometimes liquid liner, they're like, oh, it's matte, and you're like, sure, I guess, but like it could be more matte, but not this. This is like as matte as it gets. It's like matte. What's more matte than matte? Just super matte. And yeah, love this. I don't know why it took me so long to try it. I do want to mention two group of products that I did do videos on this month. So if you want more details, I'll link those videos down below. First one is mascaras. I did a video comparing 4 new high-end mascaras and let you know which ones were worth the money and which ones weren't. And 2 of them were really bad on me. And 2 were great, so I wanted to update you. I've been wearing them again all month. And the first one is the YSL one. This is the Curler Faux mascara. And I still really like it. It has one of those like curved one, which I think really help to like push your lashes. That's definitely one of the things I like in a mascara whenever they give me a curl. I don't like to curl my lashes, and I feel like this gives me like almost like a doe eye type of look. It's like fluttery, soft lashes. It looks like you're wearing false lashes without the effort of actually applying false lashes. It's still a very everyday look, which I liked, and the only thing negative about this one is the scent. There's perfume in it, which I'll never understand it, but my eyes don't have an issue with it even when I remove it, so I don't really have a problem with it. I can't smell it, although I don't have a really great sense of smell. I've talked about this, but I really like this one. Definitely recommend it. And then the other one has been mentioned so much. This is the new Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, and this one has a different type of one. It's like kind of weird, natural bristle. The other one was plastic, and the formula would really stick to your lashes, but at the same time it's like one of the least clumpy mascara ever. I do think on me it's not as dramatic as I've seen it on other people. Again, mascaras, like, even if it looks amazing on me, doesn't mean it's gonna look amazing on you. It's like definitely like you have to try it sometimes, but unless they flake or smudge. Although even then, I feel like the Too Faced one smudged like crazy on me, but... So I've definitely been enjoying these. Again, I'll link the video down below so you can go and see all the close-ups on my lashes, like one eye without, one with, so you can see which ones you like the effect of. The other thing that I did a video on this month is the 3CE liquid lipstick. Those are the Velvet Lip Tint, and these are so good. It's a Korean brand, so I personally can only find them online, but they are so worth the money. Best / weirdest formula I've ever tried. They can be applied quite thinly, but they are still opaque and they're like almost moussey. They stain your lips like crazy. I'll show you like a clip of my arm when I tried to remove them. I had to use like oil to remove it twice. Otherwise I was stained. And they wear nicely, like they fade super nicely, and they just, they're just amazing. And they have so many great colors. Again, I just did a lip swatch video, so I'll link that down below. But yes, highly recommend these. They're so good. Unfortunately for me, earlier this month, I burned the crap out of one of my cheeks. I will insert a clip because the sound was messed up because of my microphone, but you can still see that I have that patch on that cheek, and I burnt it. And I couldn't figure out what happened. I thought maybe I overdid it with like exfoliation and everything, but turns out I had an allergic reaction to a sheet mask, and unfortunately for me, I used that mask 2 days in a row because I had like a box of 10 and didn't realize, and yeah, it just didn't get better like after a few days. So I went into emergency mode and tried to fix things, and 2 products that literally saved my face. First off, all hail to the Snail gods. I love the COSRX Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence, and this is kind of gross to use, let's just be real, because of the texture. It looks like it's sticky because it's like stringy when you touch it. Ugh. Every time it grosses me out, but it doesn't feel sticky, and it absorbs super quickly into your skin, so definitely after like 2 uses you'll be completely used to it. This product isn't to moisturize your skin. I feel like that's the only time people are not gonna like it, or if they're allergic to it. Always test batch your products. So if your skin is red, inflamed, or if you want to prevent scarring or help your skin basically heal faster, this works beautifully. I use this so much. Actually, I think this was in the favorites in like May or something, and I had like used this much of it, and clearly I've been continuing to use this all year and absolutely love it. I already have a backup. I don't want to be without this. I usually use it after doing like a chemical exfoliator. I'll use like AHA, let it do its magic, then apply this to make sure my skin doesn't burn. But in this case, this plus the next product totally saved my skin. I applied this on top, which is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is the smaller size that they have, but I have like huge tubs, and like I'm basically hoarding this cream. I have so many tubs because this works beautifully to moisturize your skin. I use it on my body. I also use it when I have dry patches or when I want to really hydrate my face, and it was really useful for that patch. So I would apply this, let it absorb in like 2 minutes, then apply this on top, and then when this absorbed, I would just apply a few layers until it wouldn't absorb, so my skin was really protected and moisturized. And after like 2-3 days, my skin was pretty much back to normal because of these 2 products. I just couldn't believe it, and this just must have for me. I definitely needed to give them another shout out because I've mentioned these in the past, but they're just that good. The next product I got during the Sephora VIB sale, and it is a retinol product. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic and Retinol Anti-Aging Moisturizer, and oh my god. I don't use this as a moisturizer, technically I use this more as a like treatment product, and then I will apply a moisturizer once this absorbed, like after a few hours. I'll just do my skincare routine and wait just before bed to apply like a sleeping mask or a thicker moisturizer, because I don't find this super moisturizing, but I see results pretty much instantly when I use this. I hadn't used this in a while. This is like technically my second tube of it. I had like a travel size of it back in the day, and the next morning, the first time I was like, yeah, I'm glad I just got it back, because it just smooths your skin like crazy. I felt like any beginning of wrinkles were just gone after one day. I don't use this every single day because my skin is pretty sensitive, and maybe half the time I don't even apply it on my cheeks because they are sensitive in general. Obviously this month, after this happened, I just avoided my cheek completely. But this is just amazing. So if you're looking for a really great anti-aging product, definitely recommend retinol in general. And personally, I had a really great experience with this. Again, it's my second one, so clearly I think it's worth the money. As always, I need to talk about my favorite book of the month. If you don't know, I have a book channel, which is Books with Emily Fox, and I needed to mention this book because so far this month, there are a few days left, but so far this month, this is my favorite book that I've read, and it is Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. This is a fantasy book. Let me try to summarize this by saying it's a fantasy with badass nuns that have magical powers. Is that not something that sounds awesome? Because it really is to me. I do need to finish the series. It's technically a trilogy. The first two books are out. The next one is coming out next year, and it's awesome. You're following a lot of like really strong female characters that don't feel like caricatures. And basically you're following the main character who is sent to this nunnery with badass nuns to learn how to use magic, which, magical school? Badass nuns? Yeah, I'm into it. So I definitely recommend this book. I'm doing like a really poor job at describing it, but definitely recommend it if you're looking for a new fantasy book. If you still haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check Crazy Rich Asian. I saw it just last week, which I feel like I'm super late, but like I hadn't had time to go to the theater, and it's so good. I actually love the actress that plays the main character in it because I've watched Fresh Off the Boat and I love her character in that one, so I was like already sold on watching the movie, but it was awesome. Definitely recommend it. I laughed so hard and I definitely want to rewatch it. Wanted to mention it. I feel like, again, everyone has probably watched it, but it was so good. I didn't want to include too many fashion items because, like I said, I'm doing a fall must-haves. Plus, I'm going to be doing some fashion hauls and everything. But this one needed to be included because I have worn this handbag so much this month. And isn't it beautiful? It's like snake print and like kind of tortoise shell-ish little handles. It's round. I just love the whole thing about it. I have been wearing this so much. I've gotten so many compliments every time I wear this. It's actually from Topshop and I'm just absolutely obsessed, and I've worn this again pretty much every single day of the month, and I needed to rave about it. The last thing I wanted to talk about is actually food, and I've gotten a really bad habit of snacking a lot at night. I just feel like I want to munch on something, and I found something that satisfied that craving without making my life harder, and it is rice cakes, which I know probably everyone eats those already or have tried them, and they're not like the plain ones, because every time someone tells me that they love eating the plain ones, I'm like, really? Like, really? Obviously you do you, but like, to me it's like, this is like the most tasteless item ever. But I love the caramel ones, and I wanted to actually include in the video the cheese ones, but someone last night while I was sleeping ate them all. So they are apparently favorites to everyone here. But yes, they're really, really good. They just give me satisfied a craving. If I want salty, cheesy stuff, I get the cheese one. If I want something sugary, I get the caramel ones. And they work really well to just satisfy the craving. Like, if I go crazy, I could eat the whole bag. I actually probably can't, but like, I could eat the whole bag and I would feel less bad about it than if I eat like a whole bag of chips. You know what I mean? So if you haven't tried these, definitely recommend them. They also have like the chocolate ones. I don't really like them. And they have the tomato ones too, which are good too. But yes, caramel and cheese are definitely my favorite ones. So those were all my September favorites. Please let me know in the comment section what were your favorites this month. If you have tried any of these products, what do you think about them? Don't forget to give this one a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe because you definitely don't want to miss any future videos. And I will be putting some more on the screen so you can check those out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!